Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I know I'm a little bit late, just a few minutes. Honestly, I had to kind of work up the courage of pressing the button. I don't like talking about this kind of stuff in front of people, but it helps that it's in a private group and it helps that you jumped on to support me. And I really feel like if I keep it to myself, there are some people out there that could miss out on something truly amazing. So, I've got my Kleenex close by, and just kind of bear with me. I'm probably gonna cry. I can feel it coming already. Um, so I guess let me just kind of give you a little bit of background of my emotions and kind of how I'm feeling as a stay-at-home mom, and kind of tell you why this topic means so much to me. So we're gonna kind of talk about the topic of money and self-worth a little bit. So I kind of hinted in my post the other day that, I've kind of been through all of it. I feel like I'm pretty well-rounded. I've been through like the basics of what almost every woman has been through. I'm really nothing special, I was an average high school girl, no body image or no body image issues. I was always kind of a small girl, never really had to focus on my health. And then I had such bad habits. I was drinking so much pop and so much candy and so many French fries and still staying little. And so when I got to college, those habits really kind of caught up to me, and I didn't have a good foundation underneath me to fall back on. I kind of had to learn what healthy looked like, and to tell you the truth, I didn't honestly have the time to learn how to take care of myself in college because, I was just so focused on the parties and the school and the classes and grades and all that kind of stuff. And so I kind of just let the weight pile on. And just slowly over time, I started learning little things here and there, but I just felt like I was so busy in college, I didn't have time to apply what I was learning. So I graduated finally after 4.5 years with a teaching degree. I always thought I would be a teacher. My mom's a teacher. My dad was a teacher, and now he's an athletic director. My aunt is a teacher. My family has always kind of worked in the schools. And I just always pictured myself working. My mom was always a working mom, and I never pictured not working. I never really even considered being a stay-at-home mom like I am now. I kind of always had the idea in my head that stay-at-home moms did nothing. Just because all of my friends' moms, they worked. My mom always worked. I really didn't know any stay-at-home moms growing up. I just assumed everybody works, And so I assumed I would work, and I assumed that's where I would get my self-worth and my confidence and my pride from. And so when I got pregnant and me and my husband started talking about, what kind of family we would have and if I was going to work or be a stay-at-home mom, I was like, he had a stay-at-home mom his whole life. And so he really grew up that way. His grandma was a stay-at-home mom. His mom was a stay-at-home mom. His aunt was a stay-at-home mom. So he came from like the opposite life, And so when he said you could be a stay-at-home mom, I was like, I don't know if I can do that, like throw away my degree and swallow that and just kind of, I kind of felt like, what, you want me to do nothing? And, I thought I would stay home for a couple of years with my kids while they were growing up. Here we go. And I thought I would stay home with my kids because I thought, okay, well, I'll be a stay-at-home mom when they're babies, and that'll be fine. But then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start working because I can't just do nothing all day, right? And, when you tell people you're a stay-at-home mom, they kind of look at you like, well, what do you do all day? You must just do nothing all day, because that's what I thought too. So I can't really blame people for thinking that way. So I decided to be a stay-at-home mom for a little while, and I let my teaching degree expire, which was kind of silly to do after working so hard for it. But we decided that this is how it was going to stay, and that it was good that I was a stay-at-home mom. I was enjoying it, and we were doing fine financially and everything. And I just figured I'll just do this. This is fine. And eventually, you know, like I started feeling like a hindrance almost, and Steve was not making me feel this way in any way. It was all in my head. I kind of felt like, you know, he's off working. He's working like 16-hour days in the summer as a construction man, and you know, like we're totally dependent on Steve. Like I don't even know how to pay bills. If something were to happen to him, I don't know how to do anything. And so I thought, like, I started doubting my decision to be a stay-at-home mom. You know, I felt like, you know, when you tell people you're a stay-at-home mom, I would get looks like, what do you have to complain about? You know, like you just sit home all day in your pajamas. That's kind of how I was feeling inside. I wasn't proud of what I was doing. Sorry. So, I think a lot of like my body image and the way my body changed through pregnancy and everything also took a toll on my self-esteem. You know, like I wasn't proud of my body. I wasn't proud of what I was doing. Inside, I was kind of like, what the hell am I doing with myself? You know, like I let my teaching degree expire. I let all this weight gain happen to me. Like, what am I doing? Get your stuff together is kind of what I was thinking. And so I decided that the first step would be to start taking care of my health. I joined a challenge group, and you know, you kind of see what I do now. I join a challenge group. I exercise at home. I drink Shakeology. I eat healthy. I have a community of girls supporting me. I support them back in return. And so I really started falling in love with that whole atmosphere because I was talking to adults during the day, finally, instead of just children all day long. And I started losing weight. I started gaining a little confidence. I started learning how to be healthy and how to, you know, improve the lives of my family instead of just my own. You know, the way my family eats is totally different now than how it was a year and a half ago. And so I feel like I've kind of gotten back on my feet a little bit as far as confidence goes. I'm on the right track to where I want to be right now. I've lost all my baby weight, which is like huge confidence booster. And, you know, in the process, I decided to start sharing what I was doing to keep myself accountable and to also just kind of spread the hope out there, because I was feeling so crappy that I didn't want other moms to feel that way. So I started sharing what I was doing. I'm a mess, you guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't think I was going to cry this much. Obviously, I have some issues with this topic, I guess. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of share the love and share the hope and kind of show other moms that, you know, you don't have to feel crappy about yourself. There's a way out, and there's a whole group of women who are there to, you know, lift you up when you're ready. And so that's why I've kind of been sharing what I'm doing. And plus, I just thought it's fun being a part of a group, and it's fun taking home a paycheck and showing my husband that, you know, I don't just do nothing all day long, because, you know, guys probably don't have a clue what it's like being a mom at home. So I can't imagine what he thought I was doing at home. But so the coaching has given me paychecks, and I kind of just let them build up. I paid for my whole trip to Summit in New Orleans, which I've never traveled by myself. That was kind of a big step, traveling without my husband and navigating the airports and booking flights and everything, all new to me. So it was pretty cool. I paid for all that on my own. I think the trip was like $1,000. It was mostly the flight that was very expensive. And paid for that all on my own. I didn't have to, you know, ask my husband to, you know, be burdened with the cost of me traveling or anything like that. It was really nice. I didn't feel guilty going. And then ever since July, I haven't touched my checking account. I opened up a new checking account when I started as a coach, because I wanted to see how much of my own money was growing. Not because it's not my husband's money. I wanted to be able to see my own money growing and kind of just, I don't know, be proud of myself a little bit. And so we kind of just left the checking account alone, and we figured we would use it for something fun down the road if it ever amounted to anything worth spending. You know, I was kind of thinking I'll probably make like $500, you know, like I didn't think I was going to make very much. And so I haven't touched it since July. And my husband and me sat down last week or earlier this week, and you know, December is always that month where I think funds are tight for everybody. Just talking to you girls, you know, a lot of people are telling me no, they can't, you know, join a challenge group this month. They're trying to save, they've got Christmas presents and kids and all that stuff. And so I totally understand that funds are very tight in December because we are feeling it too. You know, you're buying presents, the electric bills are higher, you've got your heat and your lights on, your Christmas lights are always on, and I feel like people are giving more to others and they're just kind of spending money more freely in December than they do all year long. And so, of course, the bills are higher, right? And so my husband sat down with me the other night and he was like, oh, gosh, our credit card bill is very high. Like, it hasn't been this high ever, I don't think. And of course I started feeling guilty because I'm the one doing most of the spending. You know, I'm getting presents for our parents and his niece and the kids from Santa, and you know, I'm the one decorating and I'm the one turning the lights on every day and all that stuff. You know, like the moms usually are the ones organizing Christmas, so naturally you need money to do that. So I felt like I was the one spending most of the money. And so he's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to pay the whole bill this month. I'm going to have to wait till my Christmas bonus comes and we'll have to pay the rest in January. So basically his plan was to pay half this month and half in January and just kind of suck it up and take a penalty fee for, you know, not being able to pay the whole thing off. So I guess interest is what I mean. And so I was kind of sitting there thinking like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like normally, you know, we don't worry about money that often. And I totally forgot that I was making money from Beachbody because I don't check my account hardly ever. It just automatically deposits, and I don't check my email or anything hardly ever. So I kind of forgot about my money. And so the next day I checked my account and there was like $6,000 in there, and I'm like I don't plan on using that for anything. Like that's just extra, you know, like on top of what my husband makes. That's just extra, and I had no plans for it, and we don't have any plans for it, and this is just something fun I'm doing, and it's racked up a decent amount of money plus what I spent at Summit and everything. And so I told my husband, I'm like, you know, I have quite a bit of money in my checking account. You can just use it. And he was, of course, he feels bad. He's like, no, that's your money. You're working hard for that. And I'm like, no, babe, like, you're the one working hard. This is our money. I know it's my checking account, but it's just because I wanted it to be separate from something else, you know? So just take what you need, and that's our money, and just use it for what we need it for. Like there's no reason we need to suffer for a month if we don't have to. And so he did, and I could tell he was really relieved because, you know, he doesn't like to pay bills late. He's kind of like OCD like that. Like everything has to be done on time. You have to do it right. You have to pay in full. You can't owe anybody any money. He doesn't like being in debt at all. And so he messaged me a couple hours later. He's like, I just want to let you know I took $4,000 out of your checking account, and the credit card bill's paid off now. We don't have to worry about it. And I was like, awesome, like good, that's good. And so now we get to enjoy his Christmas bonus. It was almost like we got 2 Christmas bonuses this year, you know, like my money, which was just extra, you know, like just sitting in an account that we kind of honestly forgot about. And then his Christmas bonus that'll be coming in January. And it's just kind of cool, you know, like I didn't think coaching would really help us in any way. I knew it would help me with my health and losing weight and my confidence and everything, but I wasn't even thinking it could help me financially whatsoever. And excuse me. And so after that, I was really excited, and I ran on the computer and I told the girls on the team, and I was like, oh my God, guess what? Steve just took $4,000. Like, I feel so good that I'm able to help. Like, this is the first time I've ever really helped him in any way financially. And I kind of explained to them how I was feeling like a little bit useless and like a burden, you know, like an extra expense basically. And they're like, you need to tell people about this, because people are like taking extra jobs just to pay for Christmas presents, and you know, like people don't know about this. Like, you need to share this and let people know that they can get healthy and make money at the same time, and that it can actually help their families out. And so, of course, I said, okay, but I don't know if I can go publicly, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to cry, and I'm not ready to cry on Facebook in front of everybody, in front of his family and everything. So I decided to come in here and do it privately in front of you girls. And I guess the moral of the story is, you know, I'm losing weight, I'm getting healthier, I'm making so many friends. I've grown so much as a person. I used to be like, I was really turning into a negative person, not a fun person at all. And these challenge groups and this lifestyle and the people, the women that I talk to every day, have really helped change me into a better person. And, you know, if you are thinking you need to get healthier, then why not make money doing it, right? Like, I signed up to get discounts, and I just signed up so I would always have a challenge group to join, and I would always get 25% off of whatever I was buying. I just signed up to get discounts and to be a part of something. And it's turned into like so much more. Like, now my husband is actually like, wow, you know, coaching is kind of cool. Like, it actually really helped us this year, you know. And I think in the past he always thought, oh, my wife's just, you know, playing on the computer and posting stuff on Facebook, but he wasn't realizing that I was making friends and building relationships, and in return building a bank account that would actually help us in December. And I just feel really cool about that. I feel like I actually helped, and you know, it was a big confidence booster, and motivated me to share with you guys and to keep doing what I'm doing, because not only is it helping me, but like, this could really change some people's lives. And you know, I want the same thing to happen next year. I don't want to feel guilty about getting Christmas presents for my family, you know. I just want, you know, to be able to have that extra little cushion just in case, you know, just in case the car breaks down and we have extra expenses that we weren't counting on, you know. Like, it's just nice to have a little cushion there and some extra supplemental income coming in to help us when we need it. And so, you know, if you ever have questions about coaching, I know it's like a taboo topic, and people are like always afraid to comment on my things and ask me questions because they think I'm gonna like try to sell them stuff. If you just have questions, just come and ask me, because I didn't really realize that you could make money with coaching until, you know, I shared it with my best friend, and she was like, yeah, I would love to join a challenge group with you. And then I realized I made money off of when she ordered, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, not only she was gonna buy that program anyways, but I made money from it. That's pretty cool, you know? And so I didn't really realize you could even make money. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there who are the same way. Like, they have no idea like how the whole coaching thing works. And if that's you, we have a sneak peek every single Monday that I can add you to. And there's informational videos in there that actually explain how it works. And then plus, I'm just always here if you have questions, okay? Because this is an opportunity that can really change people's lives, and not only can it change you physically and emotionally, it can really help you financially too. So I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and I hope you found a way to pay your bills this month. I'm so sorry I cried. I feel silly, but just know that, you know, when January comes and when it's go time and you're ready to get healthy, I'm here. And if you want to make money doing it, I can explain to you how to do that too. Have a great day, guys. Bye.